Now let us discuss the business blueprint part. So the consultant needs to prepare the business blueprint. He need to finalize the business blueprint with the client, and then he need to get the sign off on the business blueprint. So here let us check one of the format of the business blueprint. So basically business blueprint will cover the complete project scope with respect to its module, complete project scope of the document with respect to its module. So the first page of the business blueprint will be the cover page or the title page, the title of the business blueprint and the module for which this business blueprint document is prepared, and the client name and the version of the business blueprint will come. Then followed by the document approver list. So here from the implementation company, you will have some management guys and the consultants, and from client side also some management guys and the core user or business owner, business process owners list will come. So here we have a delivery manager from implementation company, we have a project manager from implementation company, we have integration manager from implementation company, and from client side we have a project manager as well as business process owner. Then we have a core team member, or you can say core lead member. Then you have again one more core team member as well as a business owner, you can say. So as well as from client side consultant is available. So you need to mention here who are the guys responsible. Then the page of document control will come. In these two tables will come. One is document issue history table, then revision history table will come. Date of submission, version, who prepared the document, name of the consultant, as well as who is the approver of the document, and date of revision, who has reviewed the document, then page numbers on which the revision has been given, which need to be rectified, and lastly the approver and getting the sign off in order to move to the next phase. Then you have table of content. Consultant, you need to prepare the table of content. Like usually companies, what they do is to keep the uniformity in the business blueprint. Implementation company will share the business blueprint template, which will be used by all consultants to prepare the business blueprint document. So in this you will have you can say the heading fonts as well as the text fonts size as well as which font they are using. So this will have a uniformity if for all the consultants. So they will be sharing one template and all the consultant will follow and finalize their business blueprint. But some companies they have a separate team for creating the business blueprint, separate team for testing, unit testing, integration testing, as well as conducting user acceptance testings, and separate team for cutover activities, then followed by some separate team with support. But some small companies, two consultants need to handle all the implementation process. So this is how it is. Now let us discuss the first part of the business blueprint, that is introduction part, or you can say executive summary. In executive summary, consultant needs to document the vision of the company, whether is this a single entity or a group company, and what is the vision of the company, what is the business of the company. A small briefing needs to be given. Then coming to the introduction. So in introduction of the document, what is the purpose of this document, what this document is going to serve, as well as what business processes will be recorded. So a highlight, or you can say a small documentation need to be recorded. Then coming to the overview on the business blueprint. So in overview of the business blueprint, consultant needs to demonstrate or a consultant needs to document in detail the findings, what were the findings during the workshops, that is BPM workshop, fit to standard workshop, as well as fit gap analysis workshops, and even during the site visits and meeting with the end user, super user, business user. So as well as the client will provide the business process if the company is using ERP, For any other system, they will have their legacy system, documents, that is business process, how the implementation was done with the previous ERP or any other solution. So there they will have that. So all these documents, the consultant needs to go through that documents, and he has to come up with some analysis, and then he has to propose what are the best practices, what are the standard SAP fit to standard processes which will help to run their business. Okay, so consultant need to come up with that. Even if they were having some developments and how it can be achieved using standards, if standards are not covering, then consultant needs to work on the gap analysis. He need to document all the things, as well as he need to document this in the document, so that both the companies have agreement on that. As well as the reports, some reports the companies they don't like the standard SAP reports, they will request for some developments. So this all has to be first try consultants needs to convince the client. If they are not getting convinced, then he has to come up with the development reports also, that has to be documented. So here in the business blueprint, first the organization structure will come, then the master data will come, as well as the business process will come, and after business process, then the reports will come, then the fit gap analysis will come, as well as the templates of the discussions, as well as the templates of the gap analysis will come. So the attachments or it has to be mentioned here. And also this document will act as a reference, as a project scope documents, and as well as a, you can say, business process acceptance document. So this has to be recorded. So once this is done, so once the business blueprint is finalized, then this can the consultant can move, or the implementation can move to the next phase, that is realize phase, and start the configuration. Also the consultant needs to keep in mind what is the implementation scope, like how much the geographical area the company is having, how many offices they are having, how many branches they are having, how many plants they are having. Is this a group company, is this a single entity or a group company? All this has to be considered, and it has to be documented, and even the functional processes, as well as the organization structure, then master data, and also the functional process or business process need to be prepared according to that. So this is very important. So then after covering of the geographical area, then comes the functional scope. In functional scope, you will document what are the modules which will be offering, which the implementation company will be offering to the client, like here FICO, SD, HR, PS, project systems, and plan and maintenance. So once this whatever the modules are coming, we need to document that. So now coming to the module overview, or you can say project system overview. So what is the reason and what are the functions of the project system, that has to be discussed. So basically projects are an internal part of the company, so all the processes are recorded. You can say all the projects have the breakdowns, and each breakdowns have the activities, and for each activity the company want to control the process, they want to plan it, they want to execute it, and they want to monitor it. So to do this all purpose, they need the functionality. What are the functionality available in the project system module to achieve this? Okay, so also consultant needs to understand what kind of business are they in, like what kind of projects they are running. Like here they have customer projects, they have capital investment projects, and they have overhead cost projects or maintenance projects, you can say. As well as the components, you can say what are the components they will be using is project definition, then coming work breakdown structure, network, activity element, relationship, and there are some other components. Also document attachments, there is a function to attach the documents to the project, the milestone. This is for billing purpose. Then cost planning. In cost planning, again, you have hierarchical cost planning at activity levels, then cost planning, easy cost planning, budgeting, how the budget is managed. So I have created separate sessions in this course. You can go through that. You can go through the section 2 and section 3. There you will find these options. Okay, so availability control, the revenue planning as well as billing planning, sales pricing, then dates. You have dates at in WBS structure, dates at the networks, assigning of the resources at the work center. Then you have validated stock, how to assign a material, and then you have a project version. What is a version? What is a simulation version? This I have discussed in my sessions. You can go through that. Confirmation of activity. Once the activity is completed, how you can partially confirm as well as how you can fully confirm the activity. You have individual confirmation option as well as you have collective information confirmation. And the last part is project end closing activities. You can say this cost related activities, progress analysis, result analysis, and project settlements. This basically done by CO guys, and some information consultants, project system consultants also should have. Then comes the reporting part. So structure reporting, as well as you have this structure overview, individual overview reports you have, and then cost base reports. You have the option here. So this is how the module is segregated. So first the organization structure will come. If you can see here, the part of the organization structure will come, then followed by the master data. So I'll take you in the table of content so that you can have understanding. So here the organization structure will come. So PS don't have its own organization structure. It uses the finance organization structure. It uses CO organization structure. It uses sales and distribution organization structure. It uses a material management organization structure. So basically project system is dependent on that. So all these organization units will be assigned to the project. So then you will be able to create the project. Okay, so by default you need to give this in the project profile. So you need to configure that, then it will be coming. So in business blueprint, you have first is organization structure configuration, then you have master data. I have created the separate session for coding mask as well as for WBS, for network, for work center, for person responsible, applicant responsible, then materials, service master, material master, service master, HR master, cost element. So these are integration parts. So basically these are done by the consultant discussing with the consultant. So creation of materials is the part of So but you should be aware how to add the material at the activity level. Okay, so as well as the master data upload, how to upload the during cutover, how to upload the master data if they have some. So we can have a separate session on master data also. Then coming to the business process like project structuring and project planning. So I have prepared the course, so you can go through that and understand that. Then you have project execution and project versions, the project version as well as simulation version, which I have documented. Even the process of budgeting, so you can go through that. Confirmations, billing as well. Also for billing, milestone billing also I have created the process. So this is the business blueprint. So this is how you need to create. I will be sharing the sample business blueprint. So this is a real-time business blueprint. So you can go through this business blueprint and keep it for your reference and for your learning. Okay, so that's it. Thank you.